3. It says getting the sand for the sandbox. I'm excited. Getting sand for the sandbox. So our play area is in construction now. Right, so we're getting the sand for the sandbox. So soon and very soon we are able to play. Not the big children. Still, sorry, big children. Sorry, upper school. It's for the K1 and K2. So it's for the lower school. So therefore, only the lower school will enjoy this. But anyhow, we are glad. All right. So getting sand for the sandbox now. How much sand in cubic meter? We don't read this as meter cube. A meter cubic. No, it's cubic meter. So how much sand in cubic meter will be needed for the sandbox? Show all workings. All right. So how are we going to do this now? All right. So how much sand in cubic meter will be needed for the sandbox? So we know that the sand is equal to 25, right? 25. Know that the sand is equal to 25 centimeter. All right. It's 25 centimeter deep. All right. See it here. Remember the thing up here. The sand in the box. See there. The sand in the box should be 25 centimeter deep. So we know that. All right. So therefore we have to do some conversion now because it says how much sand in cubic meter will be needed for the sandbox. Show all working. So this is in centimeter. So we want to find this. We want to find this in meters now. So in order to do the conversion, we have to divide 25 by 100, don't it? Because 100 centimeter no make 1 meter. Yes, man. So we have to divide the 25 by 100, and we say that every whole number has a point in front of it. So right, every whole number has a point. So in front of it. So there's 20 here. So we're gonna move 2 places to the left. All right. So when we move 2 places to the left, the point comes here. We add a 0. So now this is our answer in meter. All right. So this is now 0.25 meter. All right. 0.25 meter rather. All right. So this equal to, so therefore the length, and we know the length already for the sandbox, right? Because we have done that. So the length for the sandbox is, so hold on, before I find the length, we are dealing with, because it's cubic meter, we are dealing with length, width, and height, because it's cubic meter. You see the little 3 there up top? Yes, it means cube, so it's cubic meter. All right, so we're dealing with length times, it's not length and width only, length times width. All right, length times width times height. Oh, this is lovely. Are you enjoying the math? I'm enjoying it. Woo! All right, so it's length times width times height. It's length times width times height. It's length times width times height. All right, cubic meter. All right, so this is equal to, we know that the length is 8. Yeah, so we know that length is 8. I'm always checking the time. So I know that length is 8. The width is what? 6. And the height is what, class? The height would be 0.25. But sir, the height would be 0.32 because this is the height of the sandbox. Okay, but they are dealing with the sand, getting sand for the sandbox. So now we are dealing with the sand, right? So we're dealing with the height of the sand, and the height of the sand is 0.25. All right, not the sandbox. All right, good. So the length 8, the width 6, the height is 0.25. All right, just keep that in mind now. So therefore, when you multiply all three, you would get 12 cubic meter. All right, you can see at the top. So 12 cubic meter would be your answer. All right, so that's it. Yes, that's it for part A. So that's it for letter A rather. All right, so we show all workings there. So Tiki. All right, let's go. Move on. B, it says a bag of sand contains 0.5 cubic meter of sand. All right. How many bags of sand will you need to buy for your sandbox? Show all workings. All right. Let me read it again. It says a bag of sand contains 0.5 cubic meter of sand. All right. How many bags of sand will you need to buy for your sandbox? Show all workings. So remember that we know how many bags are needed, and how many bags are needed is 12 cubic meter. All right, because they ask up here how much sand will be needed for the sandbox, and we know that 12 cubic meter is needed, right? 12 cubic meter of sand is needed. We know that 12 cubic meter of sand is needed. All right, 12 cubic of sand is needed. So therefore, um, we have to do what now to find how many bags of sand will we need, or will you need to buy for your sandbox. So if 12 cubic meter of sand is needed and one bag of sand contains 0.5 cubic meter of sand, then what we have to do is we have to divide the amount of sand that is needed by the one bag of sand. All right, so we're going to divide, because it said a bag of sand contains 0.5 cubic meter of sand. How many bags of sand will you need to buy for your sandbox? Show all working. So let us find out now. So we have to divide the amount of sand that is needed. So this is 12 cubic meter divided by 0.5, sorry, it's 5 need ahead, meter, cubic meter I should say. All right, good. So you might be saying, so why are we not converting? Now we don't need to convert nothing. All right, we don't have to convert nothing. All right, because we are looking at the same measurements. All right, so we're dealing with the meter and meter. If one measurement was different, then we have to do some conversion, just like a Christian sinner and a Christian. In order to for a man to change his sinner ways, he have to be converted from a sinner to a Christ-like person. So so that's two different things there: sinner, Christ-like. All right, so one have to be converted. All right, so this is the same thing. So a Christian can't be converted to a Christian, because a Christian is just a Christian. All right, so this here, meter, cubic meter, and cubic meter, same thing, no conversion needed. All right, so that's why we're not converting. All right, so I think that's clear. So we have to divide. So let us divide our cubic meter, 12 cubic meter. This is the amount of sand needed, right? The amount of sand needed, 12. This is the amount of sand needed, divided by the one bag. All right, we put the amount of sand needed. All right, so this is the amount of sand needed, and this is the 1 bag of sand, which is 0.5 cubic meter. This is one bag of sand. All right, 1 bag of sand. 1 bag of sand. So when we divide these two measurements, uh, we would get 24. You can divide it. So 24, when you divide it, you're going to get 24 bags. All right. So therefore, 24 bags are needed. 24 bags are needed. All right. For the sandbox. 24 bags are needed for the sandbox needed for the sandbox. Let me put for the sandbox here. For the sand for the sandbox. All right. All right. So 24 bags needed for the sandbox. So that's how we work out our answer. All right. Beautiful. So let us move on to part 4 now. Moving fast, man. Moving fast. We done B, A, B, A, B, then part 4. Beautiful. All right. So we're going along. All right. We're going along. Good. So I'm still recording. So part 4, it says buying sand for the sandbox. Now, remember the hardware now. You have to advise the principal which hardware to buy from, because you don't want the principal to buy from any hardware that is expensive. So we want to cut back on cost. All right. So part 4, buying sand for the sandbox. There are 2 questions in part 4B, 4A and 4B. Read each carefully, then choose one. Do only one question. Now, I'm just going to do one question, but I want you to do part 4B. So I'm going to give you the example of how to do 4A, but you are going to do 4B. All right, you have to do something, man. Come on, you have to do something, class. So let us read 4A. It says there are 2 hardware stores that sell sand by the bag. The principal needs to decide which store to buy the sand from. The price and delivery costs are given in the table below. All right. So we have the item. We have Kumar's Hardware and Lumber. We have Construction One Stop Hardware. And the item is the sand. That's what we're buying. And 400 per bag for Kuminar's Hardware and Lumber is selling their bag of sand for $400 per bag. All right. Now, their delivery cost, that's Kuminar's, sorry, the Kuminar's, oh God. I'm thinking of Kumina. All right, Kumar's Hardware and Lumber delivery cost is $5,000. All right, and construction now. Let us look at construction one stop hardware. They are selling their sand for $500 per bag if less than 30 bags are purchased. So if you purchase less than 30 bags, you get it for $500 per bag. All right, but if you purchase 30 or more bags, you get it for $450 per bag. All right, so $450 per bag if 30 or more bags are purchased, and their delivery cost is $3,000. You might be wondering why I'm running my mouth so much, but I should be out of the way. All right, good. So we want to, I can't help it, I'm a teacher, okay? So I have to run my mouth. That's how I get paid. That's how I get paid rather. Good. So I have to run my mouth. All right. All right. Good. So we want to find out which hardware is the cheapest hardware. All right. The cheapest hardware, because we don't want to send the principal to the most expensive hardware. All right. So let us find out, how are we going to find out now the cheapest hardware. All right. So first we want to look on the Kumina. Oh, sorry, there's an X writing down here. From which hardware should the principal buy the SAT? Give reasons for your answer. So let us look at Kumar's hardware first. And let me see. Okay, time is going. All right. So let us look at Kumar's hardware first. So SAN. So Kumar's hardware is selling their SAN for $400 per bag. All right, and their delivery cost is $5,000. I see that clearly. All right. So what are we going to do now? So Kumar's hardware, K stands for Kumar's. The H stands for hardware, and this symbol stands for and the L stands for lumber. All right. I have to check the time. All right, good. And the L stands for lumber. All right, good. So we see that Kumar's hardware is selling their bag, selling their sand for $400 per bag. So $400. Yes, so we know that Kumar's Hardware and Lumber is selling their sand for $400 per bag. So $400 per bag. All right, $400 per bag. All right. So we know that we need 24 bags. All right. Based on this here, we know that we need 24 bags needed for the sandbox. Remember, we worked that out. So we need 24 bags for the sandbox. So therefore, we have to multiply 24 times 400. So 24 times $400. So this is 24 bags. Put bags beside it. 24 bags. 24 bags. Have to multiply by $400 per bag. So when we multiply this, we are going to get 9,000, and you please multiply it, 9,600, right? All right, good. So we get $9,600, but that's not where it stopped, because we have to keep in mind the delivery cost. The delivery cost, and the delivery cost is $5,000. All right, so $9,600 plus the delivery, the delivery cost. So plus $5,000. All right, plus $5,000. And when I check this, I will get what? 0, 0, 0. 6 plus 5 is what again? 11. Also, right. And I put 1 over there. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 5, 15. No. Oh, 9 plus 5 is what? It's 14. That's what? Or 13. 9. 13. 14. What am I doing? What am I doing? Mr. Allen, you can't check. Mr. Allen, what are you doing? So it's 0, 0, 0, 0, and this make what? This is what? 6. This is not 0. This is 6. It's supposed to be 6. Let me get my robot. Mr. Allen, what are you doing? So this is supposed to be 6. All right. So 9 now plus 5 is what? 9 plus. Let me erase this. Let me erase this. Well, I'm gonna erase you. Come over here. What are you doing? All right, so 9 plus 5 is 14. So I put my 4 and I put my 1. So it's 14. So it's 14,600. All right. So, sorry. So that is the total. All right. That is the total. All right. So $14,600 for Kumar's hardware, Kumar's and lumber, Kumar's hardware and lumber. All right. That's the total cost. All right. So let us check out construction one-stop hardware and see if they are a little cheaper or more expensive. All right. So it says $500 per bag. It says $500 per bag if less than 30 bags are purchased. $450 per bag if 30 or more bags are purchased. All right. And the delivery cost is $3,000. So keep that in mind. So let us write construction one stop hardware. All right. And they said $500 per bag if less than 30 bags are purchased. Now we are purchasing less than 30 bags because we have 24 bags. All right. So therefore we have to pay $500. So it's $500. Can't be 450 because we're purchasing less than 30 bags. All right. So $500. So $500. Keep checking if this is recording. All right. So $500 per bag. We have to buy this. All right, because we want 24 bags and it's less than 30 bags. All right. Good. So per bag. All right. So we have to times this by the same 24 bags that we need. All right. So when we times this by 24, we are going to get what? Because you have to help me checking it because it seems like, so we're gonna get $12,000 we're supposed to get, right? So it's 12,000 bags. All right. So this is not 12,000 bags. Sorry, it's 24 bags. Put the bags here, and we're gonna get $12,000 when we multiply it. All right. $12,000. All right. Now, keep in mind now the delivery cost, which is $3,000. That's their delivery cost. Yes, delivery cost $3,000. All right. So we have to add the 12,000 now. Have to add the 12,000 now. With the 3,000 with the 3,000, which is the delivery cost, right? 12,000 with the 3,000. That's their delivery cost, the 3,000 here. So give me 0, 0, 0, 5, and 1. So therefore, which one is most expensive? More expensive? Good. Construction one-stop hardware is the most expensive one because construction hardware is their total price if you order, if it's less than 30 bags are purchased, right? It's $15,000 for the total for everything, right? But for Kumar's hardware, it's $14,600 for the total for everything. All right. So which one would you send our dear principal to? We would send our dear principal to Kumar's hardware. Okay. Good, beautiful. So this hardware we will choose Kumar's hardware and lumber, and we will not send our principal to construction one-stop hardware. Too expensive. All right. So this one with the sticky, good. With the tick, I should say, not sticky, with the ticky, and this one with the X we will not go with. All right. So you are going to look at you are going to look at 4B, and you're going to do 4B based on the example that I've given you up here, right? So you're going to do 4B now. And 4B, let me read it fast. There are two hardware stores that sell sand in cubic meters. All right, and see they have it here, cubic meters. Beautiful, they write out the word cubic meters. The principal needs to decide which store to buy the sand from. The price and delivery costs are given in the table below, and these are the prices and so forth. So you are going to look at it based on the instruction, that based on the information, based on the example rather I give you up top. You are going to do that for me. All right, and you are going to send it back to me. Right, you're going to send it back to me. This part here I want only. This part 4B I want only when you have completed it. All right, so you tell me which hardware should the principal buy the sand from. This part, whether it's bare sand hardware or sand galore hardware. All right, so that's it. I hope you have learned something, and I know you have done well. So may the Lord bless you, keep you, and stay tuned for the next teaching and learning video. All right, God bless you.